Good afternoon, Pooja. Welcome to Adda 247 Defense Adda.
Good afternoon, sir.
And I congratulate you and compliment for your success for the CDS OTA. I want to ask you a few questions. Are you ready for that?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, and I'm ready.
Okay. The first question which I have for you is that you wanted to join the armed forces, and what was the reason of joining the armed forces?
So, sir, the institution of armed forces really inspired me, and as I've already told you that I'll be the first lady officer from my village. So this thing really inspired me because seeing me, others can also see that, what they can do in their life. So it really inspired me to do something which makes my parents proud and everyone around me proud.
I'm sure your parents and your family and everybody must be very proud of you.
Yes, sir.
And you are waiting to put on the uniform?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now the first question I have is that how did you started your preparation for this final SSB examination, which included your written examination, and after written you must have prepared for SSB. How did you go about it?
Okay, so as I have cleared this CDS OTA, so in this we have two papers. One is GS paper and other is English paper. So for English, I have since I am from English medium background, so I didn't have to put extra efforts, but yes, I have to solve some mock tests accordingly, so that I got to know what kind of questions have been asked in exam. So to get an idea, I used to solve mock test papers for English. For GS, sir, since I am a science background student, and around 25-30 questions usually come up from science portion itself. And in GS, you have to score 20% of the total. So science questions really help me, and since I am also from low background, so polity also helps me. Apart from that, I have watched marathon sessions for geography and other subjects, but I have done very limited study and to content specific, which is specific to this exam. I have not studied everything. So that I would say that was a kind of smart study which I have done. So that helped me in clearing the written exam. For SSB, sir.
Now, before you go to SSB, I want to ask you that what do you suggest for the students who are not from the science background and nor are they from the English medium background? What do you suggest to those students? How do they prepare? Because they are not from English medium nor they are science background. So how should they prepare for the written examination?
So sir, for science usually the NCERT I would suggest.
Okay.
For that too, for 9th and 10th class NCERTs are very helpful for this exam.
So first thing is that they must read NCERT books of 9th and 10th.
Yes.
As regard the science is concerned.
Yes.
Okay.
Apart from that, one or two questions come up which have bit high standard, but for that can be tackled later on also. Okay. But most of the things have covered line to line from 9th, 10th NCERTs itself.
Okay. Okay. And what about English? How do they prepare for English this thing?
Sir, English, I would say they can take up any practice book. We have so many books in market. There is an English book called Plinth to Paramount, which I had referred during.
Plinth to Paramount?
Plinth to Paramount.
Okay.
So in that you find particular topics, and after that practice set also. Okay. So I would say practice helps a lot. Okay. So any book they can refer.
Okay. So they should refer to any English good book. And the best thing what you are suggesting is that they must practice, yes, both for the science and both for English also. Okay, fine. So that was about the written part. Now, once you cleared the written part, then you started preparing for the SSB, or you had started earlier only?
Sir, in my case, since I have been through so many SSBs, so I would suggest that SSB is not something which you can prepare in a month or so. It's okay, your overall personality, okay, or your lifestyle. Okay. So if you are good in that, if you have that thing, you can improve also. What are the demands for SSBs? Like everyone knows about OLQs, that are officer-like qualities. One should try imbibing that in day-to-day life. Okay. That ultimately change your personality and will help in SSB also. Okay.
So what you are suggesting is that instead of waiting for the written exam result to come and then start preparing for the SSB, it is better that the day you decide to join the armed forces, you should start preparing from that day only, because personality development, improvement, and to develop the personality, one takes a lot of time. Yes. So it should start from the day one. Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay. So then for SSB, did you take any coaching or did you do anything other than what other people are doing?
Sir, like earlier I was not aware, and I find that that's the reason I took so long in clearing my SSB. I have taken guidance also, and but later on I realized it's you only who has to self introspect, and for that you can join any you can give mock tests or mock interviews, because when you see yourself in that environment, so the preparation will be helpful when you will go in actual environment. So I would suggest some, I have taken mock interviews also, from you only, sir, and for that I have assessed my psychology test also, so that I have I got an idea like where I'm lacking, and as in SSB they say you have to be yourself.
Yeah.
So yes, so that is, you can only be yourself when you know who are you. So that is what comes after your self introspection and how you are behaving in your environment. So little things count in that personality development.
Okay, good. So can you tell us your experience about the SSB? How did you go there? What did you feel? And from day one till the last day until the result was declared, can you tell us how did it go about?
Okay, so in my this attempt, I was already confident that I would make into it, because since I was prepared, I felt like I have prepared. As you also told me that earlier I felt that I am not able to express myself much, but when giving interview with you, as you only told me that you are good to go for interview, no one can stop you. So that really enhanced my confidence. So this time I was fully prepared, and also I was not taking any pressure, because in earlier attempts I felt like I was having pressure in performance pressure, which has hampered my performance. I was not able to express my true self. But this time, as I was not taking any pressure and I was like whatever I am, so I was confident enough that I'll make into this attempt.
Okay.
Yes, and fortunately I have made into this attempt.
Yeah, congratulations for that.
Thank you, sir.
So when you went for, where did you go for SSB?
Sir, Allahabad.
Okay, Allahabad. So Allahabad, I believe people say that Allahabad is not a selection board, it is a rejection board.
Yes, sir.
Chalo, that's very good. You have got selected from Allahabad. That is very, very creditable for you. So when you went for the SAB, you said that you were very confident.
Yes.
In between, while doing GTO task or while doing psychology, did you feel sometime, did you started doubting yourself, or you continued with that confidence which was on the first day?
Sir, this time I was like, I have to perform.
Okay.
Let the assessors assess.
Okay.
So even if I thought that I could have performed better, for example in psych, I was not able to complete my SD. Okay. But again, if I would think about it, then I would not be able to focus on my SRTs.
Okay.
So I thought that let the psychologist confirm from other confirmatory tests. So it should not be my headache now. Okay. I have done what I was able to. Okay. So I had maintained my confidence, and I would say that chill throughout the SSB process, and I really enjoyed the process this time.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you were sitting after everything was over and you were waiting for the result, what were you feeling? How were you feeling that time?
This time the feeling was different. I had, as I have told you, I was confident. But again, as I have seen rejections also, so I was just praying that whatever I am thinking, I should get recommended this time. And when they called out my chest number, okay, that was the feeling beyond
what was your chest
expression.
Number?
My chest number was 21.
21?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So 21 is lucky for you?
Yes, sir.
Good, that's very good. Now out of these three, we will leave out the screening part. Out of these three major assessors, like the psychologist, the GTO and the interviewing officer, which test do you think was easier for you and which you felt was slightly difficult for you?
Sir, I find GTO very interesting.
Okay.
Would not say easy, but I love doing outdoor tasks since I am a sports person. Okay. So I love doing tasks in GTOs. Okay. So I felt that is easier comparatively. Okay. In psychology, we have to write so much, so I find it a bit comparatively difficult because you have to write so many things.
Okay.
Yeah, interview you have to like just talk whatever you are, but with some, filters. What you have to say, what you don't have to say. So you have to keep that thing in mind also.
Okay. Do you remember the date when you came here for the mock interview? What was the date?
Sorry, sir, I don't remember the date, but I
Do you
know that
remember
I
the
was
month?
sitting. Sir, I think I came here in June or July.
Yeah, you
June.
came here in June.
Yes.
So now I come to the specific. Like you mentioned that the interview, mock interviews help you hell of a lot, especially building up your confidence. And also to how to answer some questions, which although you at that time you felt very difficult. So what did you feel about that mock interview? Was it useful to you?
Yes, sir. I find it very useful because, like after the interview, as you also gave me some insights regarding how to speak. Like to be very specific, you told me that in certain areas where I am not fully aware, my voice goes down, and this shows that I am not confident in this.
Okay.
So I have to maintain my communication to that level also,
Okay.
and also the confidence.
Okay. Now, in the end, I would just like to ask you that if you have to name 3 things for a person who is aspiring to join the armed forces, what are those 3 things which you think are very, very important for a person to get selected not only in written examination but also in SSB? Just name 3 things, number 1, number 2, number 3 in priority.
Okay. So number 1 would be smart work.
Okay.
Number 2 would be determination.
Okay.
Number 3 would be patience.
Okay. So can you elaborate on the smart work?
Yes, sir. As we can see, we have so many things available online, offline, be it study material or like so many videos which teach you how to go with written or SSB. So one should be very specific about what he or she is watching.
Okay.
Instead of giving 2-3 hours to irrelevant content, one can study for 1 hour
Okay.
to the relevant content by seeing previous year questions,
Okay.
how it comes and how it should be done.
Good. Thank you very much, Pooja.
Thank
it
you
was
so much,
nice
sir.
interacting with you, and all those people who will be listening to this video, I want to suggest few things. All those who are interested in joining the armed forces, Adda Defense is very, very good platform for you to attend the online classes, because in those online classes we will not only tell you what happens in SSB, we will make you do practice in your lecturate, in your group discussion, in your military planning exercises. And as Pooja has said, that the mock interviews which helped her hell of a lot in clearing her SSB, so we will be conducting lot of mock interviews with you, and after every interview we will give you a feedback so that you improve on that. Thank you very much. Okay, Pooja, thank you very much.
Thank
All
you
the
so
best.
much.
And I hope you join very soon.
Thank you.
And as soon as you join, please